Hey guys, Courtney here with Courtney's Customs, and today I'm going to show you how I made a half watercolored water slide striped fall tumbler. I am so excited. This is using the fall bundle from the Glitter Grind. It is the Courtney's Customs fall bundle. I love all of the colors together. This is my absolute favorite time of year. So I'm super grateful that the Glitter Grind allowed me to create a fall glitter bundle for them. I really think all of the colors pull together nicely, and the decal is absolutely beautiful. I really hope you guys enjoy it, so here we go. So I'm starting off with a 20-ounce skinny straight from Makerflow Crafts, and of course I will have their link in my description. And when you measure around the tumbler, it is like right at 9.25 inches around, and according to my calculator, half of that is about 4.6. So what I want to do is go right at what is about 4.6, so just like a tad bit over 4.5 here, and make a line and make another one here at my starting point. So in between those two lines, that's where I'm going to have my white glitter, and then the rest I will do my stripes. So I'm going to go ahead and get it taped off. Let me just remove this first. So this is about 2-inch wide painter's tape, and I'm just marking right where my lines are. So now that everything is good and taped off there, I'm just going to completely cover this section here in white glitter, and I'm going to use Frostbite from the Glitter Grind and the Mod Podge method. So I'm just covering this entire area here in Mod Podge, and then I will apply the glitter. Now while everything is still wet, I'm going to immediately remove the painter's tape. I'll worry about that spot later, but this is what I have so far, and I think I'm going to go ahead and paint half of the bottom white here as well. So I'm going to let this set and dry for the next 10 minutes or so, and then I'm going to seal it with Rust-Oleum Matte Clear Enamel, and then we'll come back and do the next step. Okay, so again, I took a pin and I made some marks to where I want to tape off some more. So what I'm going to do is go in with that same painter's tape, and I'm only going to do one color at a time because I want the colors to touch for now until I go in with some vinyl stripes later. But for now I want the colors to touch, so I am going to tape off where I made my line, like so, and I'm going to start here, remove this one, do another one until this half is covered. So I'm going to start the way I want to do my colors. I'm going to start with Moonshine still, but instead of Mod Podge, I'm going to use Terracotta from Pop of Color Paints, and that's going to be my adhesive. It is much more similar to the color palette that I'm using instead of white, so I feel like I won't have to go in with another layer of glitter to make it pop more. And I absolutely love using paints as my glitter adhesive. I don't know why, it just makes me happy. I really like it. So, probably only going to need to use what's on the lid over here. And remember to be very careful around the white glitter. We don't want that to get messed up. And that's also going to really help the spots where my paint or my painter's tape took up my paint. I literally held my breath while I was doing that. So I'm going to go in with Moonshine still and cover up everything that I just put this beautiful terracotta paint on. So pretty. And now immediately remove this tape and pretty much just keep up this process until I get all of this covered. Alright, now all of these gorgeous glitters are on, so the only thing left to do for now is to seal the entire thing at least a couple of times with Rust-Oleum Matte Clear Enamel, and then I'm going to pop it on my turner back here from Bay My Cups, add 2 coats of epoxy, and then we will come back. Okay, so everything is really nice and smooth. Now we're going to move on to adding a water slide over this entire white glittered portion. And I found the most beautiful image on Creative Fabrica. It's like a watercolor fall scene. It's so, so pretty. And I cut it out at 8 inches tall and 5 inches wide, which is probably going to be too big, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough. And I already spray sealed it and let it dry. I sealed it with Rust-Oleum Matte Clear Enamel. So I'm just kind of like sizing it up right now. And like I said, of course, it is definitely too big, so I'm going to trim it up just a hair. So I'm just going to leave it at this and go through with my craft knife, because I'm afraid if I keep trimming, I'm not going to get so lucky and I am going to cut too much. So I'm just going to let this soak in my room temperature water for about 45 seconds, and it should be ready to apply to my tumbler. So what I'm going to do is stand my tumbler up straight and apply my water slide face down, and I'm getting eye level with it to make sure that I'm putting it on nice and straight. And then I'm just going to apply some pressure and slide that backing off. Go in with my silicone squeegee, of course, and smooth everything out. Isn't that so pretty? You almost can't tell that it's overlapping because these colors are so dark, but I am going to let this completely dry, and I am really only worried about this one, I think, because I am going to be adding some gold stripes through here. So I'm only worried about this side because it's overlapping a good bit. So I'm just going to let this dry for about the next 30 minutes or so, and then I can move on to trimming the water slide. Alright, so it's been about 30 minutes. This is really good and dry. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm not super worried about the... I'll still do it, but I'm going to start with this worst one over here. I am going to take my X-Acto knife, and I'm going to get right up on that glitter line where the glitter and the water slide meet, and just start like cutting. And then very, very gently lift, and I can pull that away. So I'm going to cut all the way slowly where I need it to be, where I want that water slide to be gone. Be really, really slow and careful, because as you can see, like, my knife might have missed some spots here and there, so I got to go back through and recut. But there we go. So that looks a lot better. There is going to be a vinyl stripe here, so I wasn't worried about it looking too perfect, but I did not want my vinyl stripe to be as wide as what this was overlapping, so that's why I cut that. I'm going to go ahead and do this side as well. Okay, so I have this really pretty textured gold vinyl, and I cut out a bunch of strips. These are 10 inches long by 0.15 inches wide, and I cut out 6 of them, and I just cut with scissors the strips, so they are easier for me to work with. And what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to apply these ones. No, I'm not. I'm going to apply these first. So I am going to set my vinyl down like so. Try to get it as straight as I can. And right now I'm just using these vinyl stripes to break up the color sections that I made here. I'm just trying to make sure this is nice and straight. Get my scissors. Trim that off right there. Try not to mess up that water slide. So now that these stripes are on, I cut out 2 separate stripes, and they are a bit wider than these ones here. These are still 10 inches long and 0.22. I know that's random, but 0.22 inches wide. So they are a good bit wider, and I'm going to apply them the same way that I did the first ones. I'm going to make myself like a little anchor, set it down. Look how pretty. Okay, so now the only thing left to do is add the finishing, probably 2 coats of epoxy, and then I'll come back to show you guys the finished result. After some epoxy, this is the finished result. I think it's really, really cute. I love all of the fall colors here, the watercolor here. I just think it's really, really cute and a little different. Before I go, like always, I do have y'all's cup of positivity for the day, and today's quote is, "Work hard for what you want because it won't come to you without a fight. You have to be strong and courageous and know that you can do anything you put your mind to. If somebody puts you down or criticizes you, just keep on believing in yourself and turn it into something positive." That's all I have for you guys today. I really, really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know, do you think before I put like the absolute final coat on this, does this need some kind of decal, some kind of saying, or keep it like it is? Let me know down in the comments, and let me know what you thought about this tumbler overall. I hope y'all have a fantastic day, and if y'all have any questions, like always, please feel free to comment. Don't forget to subscribe, be kind, love one another, and I'll see you in the next one.